What's up YouTube, Nighthawk here, and today I'm going to show you how to merge your shots for an awesome panorama photo. Enjoy! Let's say you found this awesome landscape and you would like to take a panorama shot with full details, but it just doesn't fit into one photo. But don't worry, here is an easy solution for this. Just take multiple shots like in sections and make sure the images overlap. Now we can take these photos and merge them together in Lightroom. So the first step is to select all the photos by holding in Control and clicking all the photos that you'd like to merge into a panorama. Then right click and go to Merge and Panorama. Now we just have to wait for Lightroom to create the preview, which should only take a few seconds, but that depends on how good your computer is. And here we go, here we have our panorama shot. Lightroom does crop the photo for you, but you can also deselect the option and crop it yourself, but either way, doesn't matter which way you're going, because once we get into processing the photo, you can always change this. So now if you're happy with your panorama, just click merge and Lightroom will process the photos. Now if you have a look at the top left corner of Lightroom, there is a process bar and you can see how much longer it has to go. It does not have an actual time on it, but it does give you a bit of an idea where the process is up to. As soon as it's finished, the photo should pop up in your library as the last photo. Now select a photo and go to develop. I have to mention these photos I have taken in a RAW file, and the awesome thing about this is too, when you merge the photos, the file still stays a RAW, so you can use it for post-production. Now here on this screen you can see I have the image without crop, so all we have to do now is select the crop tool and just size it down the way how we want it. So first I would just crop it down so we can get rid of those white borders that have been created with the merge. I'm just gonna crop a little bit further because I would like to get rid of that funny bendy looking street right here. And I also would like to have those mountains a little bit more centered in my picture. And yep, I think this is perfect, and hit enter. And here we go, we have our panorama image. So now all we have to do is change a few settings on the right to get the perfect look from your photo. Now what I'm about to do is only a guide, and the settings you'll be using can vary depending on what kind of effect you like to get out of your photo. So first we're going to change the exposure a little bit to get that right, and then turn the highlights a little bit to bring out the details from the clouds a bit more, and bring the shadows up slightly. So now we're going to adjust the whites and the blacks. To do this, just hold the Alt button in and start moving the slider. The best way to do this is if you slide the slider and you have a couple of dots up here, you know you have it about right. And we will do the same thing for the white. Another way to do this is just have a look at the histogram up at the top right and make sure that the graph nicely fills out the histogram. So now I just want to bring up the vibrance and the saturation just to really bring out the colors. Just don't overdo it, otherwise it just gives it a too unnatural look. But hey, by all means, if that's the way you want your picture to look, you're welcome to use any setting. And as I said, this is just a guide and you're just gonna make your photo look the way you would like it to look. So I recommend just having a bit of a play with all the settings and see what looks best for you. Now pictures like this can look pretty unsharp sometimes, especially in a RAW format, so we just have to do a couple of adjustments in the detail section. Let's just move this zoomed in segment to a bit more of a detailed area. Now I'm just gonna play with some of these settings to get the results I want. Always monitoring the zoomed in window so I can see what works best for me. I'm just gonna bring up the masking and the radius a little bit. And I might also increase my lumens by a bit, which should sharpen the picture nicely. So now I'd like to change the greens and blues slightly, and Lightroom has an awesome tool for this. Just click on the luminance tool and click and hold into a color on the picture you want to change, and just drag your mouse up and down and it automatically adjusts these colors. Just be careful when you go down too much, the sky might turn green, and if you go up too much it will go purple. So let's just find a good balance. I think I'm just going to go slightly down, make it a bit darker, and I might even do this with luminance just to bring out that nice dark blue from the sky. Now let's have a quick look at the green, especially because there's so much green in the picture. Yeah, it's a bit too bright, too dark. I'll just make it a little bit brighter. Yep, and that's it. There's obviously lots more changes I could make, but I'm pretty happy with this end result. I mean, after all, this is a guide on how to get your panorama photo and not how to do the post-production. But I do recommend have a bit of a play around with the settings and get to know how Lightroom works. You never know, your photo might be the next picture hanging in the town's gallery. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope I was able to help you guys and you enjoyed my video, so please give me a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for future upcoming videos and tutorials. See you next time.